This is a phenomenal bike ride, and I can tell you he's so casual. This is his first time he's ever biked the full 112 miles here in Hawaii. He's never been up to the turn in Harvey. He's certainly been up there today. Doesn't he look...
It's Aloha Tuesday. We're gonna run until Saturday. Woo! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And it's breakfast with Bob.
And Honcho Man! Welcome everybody to day 2, Breakfast with Bob. We're at beautiful St. George. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spa, Zion's Bank, Quintana Roo, Forum Smart Swim Goggles, Clash Endurance, Premium Plus Sports, and of course our Challenged Athletes Foundation and our next guest, Mr. Chris Leiferman. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me, Bob.
I love it. It's you sort of blew it for me in 2019. You're the only guy we didn't interview before you went out, and only guy in the top 10 we didn't interview before the race, man.
Well,
you shocked me. You shocked everybody. You had a great race.
Yeah, thank you.
You didn't surprise yourself, though, did you?
I guess a little bit with the placement, with the performance. I maybe shocked myself, but reverse that. With the placement, I shocked myself, but with the performance, I thought was on par with
what you've been doing. Yeah. And when you go into that World Championship, you knew your training was there, but how did it play out? Because it seemed like you just were so solid all day long.
Yeah, I just played a conservative race because it was my first time in Kona, and I've never even done a camp there. This is the first time experiencing any of the dynamics, the winds, the heat.
Yeah.
So I just played a conservative race, and it's kind of that tortoise versus the hare, I guess, aspect. And the tortoise had a good day. Had a good race, yeah.
And now you've been healthy leading into this one?
In this last couple weeks, but through Challenge Miami, I've gotten sick 3 times now since coming back from team camp.
Yeah.
And having a toddler isn't the easiest thing. He's getting into everything. He's a great kid, but with daycare, and I've gotten the stomach flu twice, and I've gotten the head cold once.
Yeah.
So
kids are sort of a little petri dish that brings stuff home all the time. Yeah. That's cool. So we were just chatting beforehand about Indian Wells. Where in 2021 you were 4th at Indian Wells, and you were riding with Lionel. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of relaxation when you ride with that guy.
None. And we have a 12-meter draft rule.
Yeah.
Riding with him, I could never, I was at 20 meters the whole time, just 12 to 20, 12 to 20. I could never stay it. Yeah, I was working so hard. I think in the last, he ended up getting a gap on me towards the end. He had a great race. He outran Vincent Louis that day. He had an accident himself. But it was really hard, and it was windy, flat course, and he does not offer any assistance.
No, and it's interesting too, because we were just watching him at Oceanside, and where he was 2 minutes back of Alistair Brownlee and off the bike, and you're going, okay, well, he's certainly not going to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, he's running faster than everybody in the race.
It's amazing how he races.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, he performs.
He changes. He sort of morphs. Like, okay, I'm a great cyclist. I need to become a great runner.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose my bike, and I'm going to become a great runner.
Yep.
That makes it really tough. I look at 2 races that totally impressed me with you after Kona, 2019 and 2020. Great Floridian and the Ironman Florida back-to-back. They're just, a couple weeks apart?
Yeah, 2 weeks apart, and I had a good block. I had a broken ankle earlier that year, but I rebounded and had a good race, especially on a COVID year.
Well, Florida you win, and then Florida you win, but it's 54:40, 401:50, 401:50.
Yeah.
And then 250:29, 752:44. Did your training tell you that, you're ready to have this sub-8 type of day?
No.
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 It just sort of came out of the blue a
Yeah,
little bit.
it came out of the blue. That run was tough because they cut down the aid stations. So it was every 2 miles.
Oh, my God.
And they couldn't touch anything. So you had to walk through every aid station and grab your own stuff, which is fine. It was all set up properly.
And you still ran a 250.
Still ran a 250, with Sam and Matt Hansen
breathing
down my
your
neck.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Having a battle like that, sometimes those type of races are even when you win from the front, which is great. But having a race where you're battling the whole time is pretty fun.
Yeah, when you go to those out and backs and you see those guys running hard and you're suffering, but you have to assume that they're suffering too.
Absolutely.
I put on a little face when they come by me too to make it not look as bad as it really is.
Smile and laugh.
Yeah.
I remember once I was talking to this track coach, and one of his athletes was saying, God, they all look so good when I'm running next to them. It's like everybody looks good from the outside. You're not seeing what's going on inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you look at as your best race so far?
My first Ironman was really good in Mont Tremblant, and that was. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go to the archives.
I got the archives,
year.
baby. We got the archives, from way back.
That'd be 15 or 16.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Kona was good. I thought I just kept my head. It's kept a level head in Kona 19, and it turned out to get a top 10. So that was really good. I didn't do anything stupid.
Well, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You want getting to the start line healthy
Yeah.
and don't be dumb. So how does this course play out for you? Is this a good course for you?
Yeah, I think it is a good course. It's looking at the forecast now on Saturday. It's going to be not
Windy?
ideal conditions. Yeah, so
That's good for you, right?
That's good. Yeah, my buddy is like, with more adversity is more opportunities. So it's going to be I think a good day for me. And I think other people being an early season Ironman, they're going to say that this really sucks, and then they're going to stop and be like, oh, I got more opportunities left.
It's early year.
It's an early year.
Yeah.
So you have that dynamic. I think you have that play out in a lot of races.
Yes.
A lot of people like, oh, I have Des Moines. I've signed up for Des Moines. I have Frankfurt. I have, the list goes on. But so if you just keep playing, keep staying smart, and keep in the race,
right,
I think you'll have a good opportunity.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because usually it's funny, you go talk to somebody during the season and they pulled out of a race, whatever. Well, I've got this other race coming up. You don't see that much in October in Kona. No. Right? People are like, nobody's going, well, my real A race was Florida and Arizona, and I'm just racing through this. So here, even though this is an Ironman World Championship, it is so early in the season that if somebody's got a little niggle or not quite there, or feeling like, God, I'm 20th place, I'm not going to get anything, they're going to maybe just pull the plug.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, this kind of has a regional championship vibe.
It does. Yeah.
I agree. And I mean, it's hard. What can you do? You couldn't race on Kona. We just couldn't do it. So this is the best opportunity that we could do. So Ironman, kudos to them for making it happen. But it does have that vibe. Yeah.
So you got into the sport really just to lose a few pounds.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That would have been in 08, 09?
08,
yeah.
So you lose a little weight. Your brother's a cyclist, and signed you up for a race and told you to train.
Told me to train, pulled a bike out of a dumpster, built it up.
Pulled a bike out of a dumpster?
Yeah, I pulled a frame out of a dumpster and built it up, yeah.
And you had never done triathlon or anything like that?
No, never.
What were your sports before that?
Wrestling, football, baseball.
So all the stuff that leads to endurance. That's
absolutely
really good.
I consider it the Roger Federer approach. Not specializing until later in life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And did you love it right from the beginning when you got the bike out of the dumpster and did the race?
I thought it was really cool.
What race was it?
The first race is Minnesota State University in Mankato.
Okay.
And it was an indoor tri at the college.
With a swim in the pool.
Love it. But it was this massive spring storm that rolled through.
Yeah.
So there's supposed to be a swim in the pool and then bike and run outdoors. Turned the whole thing into an indoor triathlon. And then we ran around the little inside track that's on the second level. With 90-degree turns.
And it's nice, 8,000 laps at a mile.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Won that, and then just continued to race in Minnesota. There's endless opportunities to race just because there's lakes everywhere. Just throw up a triathlon, block off the roads because they're all farm roads anyway. You can block it off on a Sunday.
There's no cars out there. There's tractors.
Yeah. So just went and raced all the time, and had a lot of fun.
When did you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm pretty good? I mean, I bet when you first got the bike out of the dumpster, you weren't thinking, Professional triathlon. That
I
sounds
didn't
like
even
an
know that
oxymoron.
there was professional triathlon.
No.
I was just racing in Minnesota, and I was just having fun with the guys there.
Yeah.
And I ended up transferring schools out to Colorado State University.
Okay, yeah.
And then joined the triathlon club there, and then did a few races. And I was like, oh, this is for real.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of people that do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, were you racing? You were racing collegiately with your club then?
Yeah. So
That's fun stuff.
Yeah, I suppose 3 years. Yep.
And how did that lead to pro?
Met my wife Xana, and we went and did Memphis in May, the Olympic.
Yeah.
And that was my first professional race, and I won that.
So you won your first pro race.
Yeah.
So, like, okay. Yeah.
So
And now you're not on a dumpster bike. You've got a different bike.
I'm on a very nice bike.
By that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good transition. And even then, I wasn't like, oh, I could make a career out of this. It was just, oh, now I'm in the professional field.
Right.
That was it. Like, I'm still continuing. I'm still doing handyman work. I'm
Right.
still in college, and was just then my wife and I, well, girlfriend at the time,
Yeah.
we ended up getting married 5 years ago, but we just started doing races together, followed the Rev 3 series, and just having fun.
Well, and then all of a sudden, that whole Olympic distance stuff sort of went away.
Yeah.
And you didn't have an option.
So you had to transition.
You got to go 70.3 in full.
Yeah.
Was that hard for you?
Definitely no. No.
You knew it was going to be better for you.
Yeah. The bike and run got longer, so the swim kind of lost.
Got minimalized
all
a
its,
little. Yeah. So that
Yep.
became better for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you look back on your career, starting with the dumpster bike and where you are today, you sometimes pinch yourself and go, I can't believe.
Absolutely. It's crazy. I come from a small town in Truman.
Right.
There's 1,100 people. I had 32 people in my graduating class. And, I'm a professional athlete. And I am the only professional athlete to come out of Truman. And that's really cool. And all of my friends, all of my peers, all of my family, it's really neat. And, so I think of that, and coming from a dumpster bike to where I'm at now at a World Championship, and talking to you about.
I think that's the name of your book. From dumpster to Kona. I like that a lot. That is really, really fun. Now, are you in Kona for October, or
I'm
you
not
have to
yet.
qualify?
Nope.
So you need to win this one, and then
Absolutely.
that'll put you
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
and then
easily.
you don't have to,
Yeah.
no problem.
Cool.
Then it'd be cool.
Yep.
And then we can,
we'll do
this
another one. Yeah.
with Poncho in Kona.
There we go.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave you a dumpster bike.
Leave your dumpster bike
Yeah.
with him. Chris, best of luck.
Hey,
on
thanks a
Saturday,
lot,
man.
Bob.
Always great to catch up with you. And wait, how old's your little guy?
He's going to be 2 in July.
Very fun.
Yeah, almost there.
Very
Yep.
fun. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Poncho Man, take us out.
It's Aloha Tuesday. We're still running until Saturday. What? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And it's breakfast with Bob. Cheers.
And Poncho Man. Thanks, everybody. Day 2. Breakfast with Bob.